Hey everybody, this is TJR. Time to reveal a little secret. A while back, I decided to be the guinea pig and join Amazon's record club just to see what would happen and then report it to you. Well, at around the same time, I also secretly joined another record club. This one is called Vinyl Me Please. And they are more expensive than Amazon's, which is, $25 a month. And of course, it's very easy to return the selection if you don't want it. This one, however, while it is more expensive, does some rather unique and interesting pressings, to say the least. And they actually do their own pressings, unlike Amazon, where they're just dealing with their own stock. So this was my first selection here, and I'm going to open it up here for you and tell you a little bit about it, and afterwards talk a little bit about my experience with Vinyl Me Please. But first, let's just open this up for the first time. I'm rather excited to see this. Here we go. Okay. Lost Sounds Found. Okay, let's see. Oh, okay, it opens like this. Oh, here it is. Are you ready for this? Okay. I remember when I was a kid and I first began to get into popular music. I remember Queen's A Night at the Opera being played on Top 40 radio for the first time and hearing it for the first time. And I remember this was an early album that I got back when it first came out, Queen's Night at the Opera. And it was also one of the first actual albums I bought, because prior to this, I had picked up greatest hits collections. I want to show this to you here. Let me just get this box out of the way here. One sec here. I want to let you see this here. Here it is. You've got this this OBI sleeve here, VMP Essentials. And as I look at this cover, there is a clarity to the artwork that I'm not used to seeing or remembering in it. I don't know how well this shows up here. And it says here, on the little sticker up here, Queen and Night at the Opera, 180 gram multicolor Galaxy vinyl, heavyweight gatefold tip-on jacket with foiling, recut at Abbey Road Studios. Now look at the back. This is different. Let me read the back here. There's this OBI strip here as well. Queen, A Night at the Opera. Queen were on the cusp when they went into the studio to record A Night at the Opera, their fourth LP. Their previous three albums, Queen 1 and 2 and Sheer Heart Attack, had seen them ascend the charts in the UK. And with the latter's Killer Queen hit the top 20 in the US. But with that success came new pressure. How could a band known for being over the top possibly top themselves? Queen responded by making their most stunning artistic achievement, and allegedly the most expensive album ever made at the time. An album that blends the hard rock they were known for with opera, Broadway music, music hall, and points beyond. A Night at the Opera is the album where Freddie Mercury went from being an amazing singer of a powerful rock band to a certified genius, writing and recording one of the best rock songs of all time, Bohemian Rhapsody, mostly by himself, layering his vocals and tagging his band members in for parts they didn't know would come together into their first #1 hit. A Night at the Opera is one of the greatest classic rock albums ever made. The sound of four musicians hitting their absolute peak at the same time. That's on this OBI strip here. Now this back cover is totally different. And this is not shrink wrap. This is an actual like little bag to keep it in. So yeah, this is a totally different kind of record club. And we are dealing with a custom product. Ah, okay, now it's more clear. As I pull this off here, now that's the bag. Here's that OBI strip that I talked about a moment ago. But what I thought was the back cover is a separate sheet. What does it say here? Original artwork by Megan Bowker. I'm not sure what this means here, being part of it, at least not yet. Let's set this aside here, and let's be very careful here. Now here, of course, is the back cover that I know. It says here, Vinyl Me Please Essentials. So this is a special production of it. Hollywood Records. Huh. And this is extra high glossy. The lettering, in the right light, it shines, glows like a deep blue. You probably can't see that here. As I move it, you can probably see some of it, and part in the light source here. Let's open it up here. Whew, oh, wow. So here's the inside. Now, once again, this outline here, this line here is if in the right light, it shines gorgeous blue. Outside of the light, as you can see on the upper top there, it's black. Wow. This is just beautiful looking. Let's pull this out here. Now, I do not believe this was how the original sleeve looked. I believe this is unique to this packaging, although it has been decades since I last looked at a vinyl copy. But I don't believe this was part of it. Wow. And here's the record itself. Let me pull this out here. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Wow. I better not drop this. Beautiful. Let me put this back in the sleeve for a moment. There we go. Wow, look at that. Amazing. I still can't get over looking at this cover here, even though I've seen it many times. Just the finish on this, and once again, it's probably hard to see. It probably looks just very standard, but when you see it here, it is... It's just very beautiful. The colors are so brilliant. Wow, okay. And apparently when they do these pressings of classic albums, they do them completely uniquely. They're unique in the way that they're designed. So next, of course, I'm going to listen to this, and we're going to see how it sounds, and I'll talk about that. That's next. But first, I just wanted to open it up in front of you. Then I'm going to talk a little bit more about this club. Once again, it is much more expensive. You can go to their website, of course, and find out more about it. But we will see how this goes. So far, with my first selection, I'm extremely impressed. Okay, let's give it a listen, and I'll tell you what I think. Okay, so it has been a week now, and I've been living with this special Vinyl Me Please pressing of Queen's A Night at the Opera for a week. And Superfan, you and I listened to it together.
Yes, we did.
Yes, and when we did, we compared it back and forth between the last remastered version, which is 2011 remastered version of Queen's Night at the Opera. And so I'm going to actually, Superfan, I'm going to ask you before I give my thoughts, what What did you think as we compared these? What were your thoughts?
Well, I feel like this is, to purchase this, it's an album that you already have, probably at the very least in your CD collection. So it has to be something really special to justify the cost of purchasing it. And it has to be something that you really, you really love. But if you do, I would say that this is worth it.
It definitely worth it. It was, I consider this a luxury item, okay? Because this is more expensive than, say, if you bought a pressing from the record label itself. Definitely more expensive, but let's talk about the audio.
The quality was fantastic.
It was, yes, the audio quality was absolutely fantastic. Now, and when I say that, I do want to stress the most recent remaster of this album on CD is fantastic sounding. This is a great sounding CD. I would say that the CD was maybe right about here, and this vinyl pressing was right about here, maybe. It was just a little bit better. A little bit more clarity, more presence to the bass, much deeper to the bass.
Brighter.
The bass,
Brighter.
what? Brighter to the bass, yeah. The bass seemed more, or I should say, by comparison, the bass on this one felt a bit more dull by comparison. And this is a great sounding, remaster of the album on CD. Yeah, of course, this was 2011. This is recent. And so, yeah, overall, just how nice the packaging was, which we already went over, of course, the uniqueness of it. And all together, I'm just really happy with this one here. Oh, and by the way, I should also mention, I basically what I did, it was kind of hard always pulling the album out from all this other stuff, the OBY and this artwork here. And by the way, I still don't know what any of this means. I have no clue what this has to do with Night at the Opera. Maybe there's something I should go look up online for that. I don't know. Who knows?
Ask
But
Grogu.
yeah, I'll ask Grogu, see what Grogu thinks. But yeah, I just did that for the ease of being able to grab this easier. I've just got it in one of my standard record sleeves here that I keep my records in. Anyways, though, but yeah, I'm really pleased with it. And now, for the next month's selection, I got to pick this one. But next month, they're just going to send me their record of the month. Now, I do have the option, if I don't want the record of the month, to swap it out for something else that they have available. But honestly, I looked at what my other choices were, and I thought, it's not going to make a difference because I'm not really familiar with any of this. So I'm going to let them send me their record of the month. And so in the next episode, I'm going to open that up, do the same thing, show it to you, tell you what it's about, and then I'm going to listen to it and see what I think. And I think it'll be interesting to see what they pick, because they are supposed to be, once again, music experts who make these selections. Doing special pressings of extremely well-known classic albums is not something they do all the time. It's not a regular thing. A lot of the times their choices would be considered, especially by people of my generation, to be a bit more esoteric. So it's going to be interesting to see this next one that's coming in. I don't know anything about this artist except what I read in the description on the website. I will probably read a little bit more in anticipation of it arriving, and then we're going to check it out here and see what it's like. Okay, everybody, thank you so much for watching. As always, if you like what I do here, be sure to click like, click subscribe, smash the bell notification icon so you can know when I release new videos. And I want to thank my patron supporters for helping me make more videos. If you'd like to be a patron supporter, please go to patreon.com/TJRTheOriginal. If you can't be a patron supporter, just click like. That helps a lot. Anyways, Superfan, thanks for joining me.
You are welcome. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Take care.